I was just thinking, this challenge, it's been a big part of my life, and it's pretty much been the focus of my channel for the last 8 months. And I'm literally on it now. I should be over the moon. I am, but I'm so tired it's difficult to show it. But of course, naturally, whether I complete the challenge or fall short, there's going to be some facts that I found out about today that I either knew but can speak about firsthand now, or I just didn't know, or didn't realise was such a big factor. Things like it's as difficult as climbing a mountain. 3 times in 24 hours, not eating very well, purely for energy pretty much, which isn't very tasty, by the way, and not getting much sleep. Add weather and all sorts. I ate a hearty breakfast, a cooked breakfast at the hotel, loaded up, and some cereal, orange juice. I really filled the plate, the glasses, a couple of coffees. I indulged, and quite rightly so. I'm going to burn it off today. I've got a step counter app on my phone. I'll see how many calories I've burned and how many steps I've done. I've eaten PB&J, that's jam for those of us in the UK. Sorry those of you in the States, but I don't see what you see in peanut butter and jelly. It didn't taste great, but I'm betting there's a specific jam or jelly, a specific peanut butter and a specific type of bread that it goes with. Maybe in that case, I could come around to it. My combination was disgusting, and that's probably the problem. It was all the wrong stuff, but it was full of energy, and it did the job. I used my OT bars. The one thing I didn't do is because I cheaped out was I didn't buy electrolyte tablets. They were £8 when I went shopping for a pack of, I think, is it 10 or 20. I really cheaped out, and I wished I hadn't, because I got those cramps, and that wasn't clever. I ended up buying salty crisps and tonic water and stuff like that to try and help me, or with the quinine that helps to stop cramps, and then the salt, obviously, the sodium. It's one form of electrolyte that your body needs replacing. So I wish I'd bought those tablets. I would have. The plan was to have one after each walk to replenish, but I cheaped out. Don't do that. Don't do that. Or plan ahead. Don't do it the day before. I'm usually better organised, but I never thought they'd be £8 for a tube. That's ridiculous. So be it. You live and you learn. What other food? Oat Nutri-Grain bars. Lots and lots of water. Gone through litres of it today. It's been a lifesaver. I mean, literally and just mentally. It's just so good to get a nice. And it comes out cold in the tube here from the bladder initially, before it gets body warm. And that cold is really refreshing. Even when you're out in the cold, it's just for your body. It's so good. I would recommend so many things for people doing this. I would certainly recommend not underestimating the challenge. I didn't so much as underestimated the challenge, but I did say at some points, maybe I don't need training, you could just do it. Some people can. They really, really can. They just get up and they'll do it. And they'll do well. Or they'll do fine. Doesn't matter. They'll complete it. Or they'll manage most of it, which is still a feat within itself, I think, without training. But do train. I think the training has been invaluable, not just to get my legs and my lungs ready, as I keep going on about legs and lungs, but also my management of kit, the route finding, all of that has been invaluable. I've used a lot of what I've trained in my videos today. I wish I could have filmed more, but it would have taken more and more time. I'm quite happy with the time I got. Well, I'm very happy with the time I got on Ben Nevis today. Scaffold Pike was good enough, considering. And so far, Snowdon, I've been up on the mountain 2.5 hours. Is that right? No, 3.5 hours. I'm going to get quite a slow time on this. I'm absolutely shattered. Train. Honestly, watch YouTube videos of people doing it, passing and failing, and you can see why. The best way that you can learn is to make mistakes. Even better is to watch someone else make theirs. You know, it's constructive. As long as you're not making fun, it's all for your benefit. It's great. What's my success based on? Do you know what? Recognizing you're in a team. If you drive, I've said it already, if you drive yourself, you take care of yourself. That's your business. Okay, you're your own motivation. If you're inclined to do it, you're going to be motivated to drive in between the mountains and achieve it. You know, achieve those times, get there quick enough. But for me, having a driver meant that today was a team. Having a good car, but it's done a good job so far. What I'm really getting at is the driver. I was so lucky with my driver, despite waiting years for someone to actually say yes and mean it. I was so lucky with Terry, my father-in-law. Not only did he say yes and mean it, but he was really keen to do it, which is just beyond my expectation. And then on the day today, he's just been, pulling it out of the hat with the driving. It's raining. It's raining in Wales on a Widva. Who'd know? He has really pulled it out of the hat today. And then my end of the bargain, I felt like giving up a couple of times. I'm not going to lie. On the start of this one, I wanted to turn around within about 20 minutes. I was like, I'm not ashamed to admit it. That's just human nature. Some things just get hard. And that's what you want to do naturally. You just want the hardship to end. It's a hard challenge. But, you can't. You're putting so much effort. You've got so many people waiting for you to do it. And then there's me. I've wanted to do this forever. I'm so close. Just another hour and a half of pain. And then a couple of hours of more pain going back. And you do your end of the bargain and you don't let your driver down. See, I didn't want to let Terry down. He'd put in so much effort today and in the run up to it. And I needed to fulfill my end of the bargain. So having a good team, having a good team is so important. Not anytime soon. It's torturous. It's torturous. And if I was to do it again, I would certainly want someone with me out here in the hills. Not because I'm lonely, not because I was scared. I think being out here on your own is awesome. You know that. That's all I ever do. But having someone with you is potentially a good ass kicker or just motivation. Someone to talk to. Helps to pass the time. If you're on your own, you've just got your own thoughts. Oh, this hurts. Oh, my legs ache. And as much as you try and think about other things, again, human nature doesn't always let you. So having someone else just to chat past the time, it makes a hell of a difference. So yeah, those are just a few thoughts and things for today. There's so many other things that have come up. I may talk about it on a reflective video after this one as I decide what I want to do, because it looks like things might go well enough. I don't want to tempt fate, but if they do, that's the end of the Three Peaks playlist. That's it. I've talked before about, what shall I do after? It's like, well, that's later. This is now. Knitting.